Hey guys, this is Jen Hersh with Crossroads Chiropractic and Wellness, and I wanted to bring to you today some options to do some healthy stretches and movements in your office chair. I know a lot of times we're in the middle of maybe a busy meeting or maybe at a place where we really can't get up right that second. I'm always going to encourage people to have standing desks, to stand up and do your stretches, to, go to the furthest bathroom in the office, go get your water more often. I'm going to encourage all of those kinds of gentle movement throughout your day. But for times that you can't, whether it's at your desk, maybe you're in a car, maybe you're in an airplane, here are some options for some different ways that we can actually get some movement at our chair. Now, the first one, I'm going to give the caveat of make sure that you have a pretty stable chair, or make sure your chair is propped up against something like a desk if you cannot comfortably rock back in it. But what I'm going to encourage you to do, also, you put me in a rolly chair, so we're going to do lots of spinning throughout this. So essentially what we're going to do is if I need to, I can prop my chair up against something that's about desk height, right? I'm not going to go too far back in this chair because it's not real steady. I'm going to put my arms above my shoulders like so, right? I'm going to very gently inhale and then exhale and crunch my core to bring me forward, right? Just some really nice thoracic mobilization. Get a little bit of core activation as we move along. Now, the key with that is to not go so far back that you feel your neck stretch. So I would basically go through and try to get a little bit of further movement with each action, but don't first try to just launch yourself back there, just because your neck is stiff and tight from being forward, and it might feel like a bit of a strain to bring it forward. So once again, only stay within healthy ranges of motion that feel comfortable and essentially stable for you to do, right? So next, we talk a lot about like hip tightness and hip essentially compression while sitting. And although I'm always going to be a proponent of, using a ball to do some of this release too, a real quick, easy way to get that hip stretch would simply be to lean forward like so, and you should feel that nice stretch to the glute of the knee that's bent. Generally speaking, if this knee is bent, that is the hip where you're going to feel things, right? So a nice gentle lean forward, like I'm not like hunching like so, right? I'm keeping a nice neutral pelvis. And you can even add some gentle twists to it, right? So I might lean this way, right? Maybe you feel better leaning this way. Generally, we don't do a lot of twisting throughout our day. And so that tends to be one of the number one things that spasms or triggers, essentially spasms in people, is that we don't load that twisting motion. So if we're taking the time to gently do that in multiple planes throughout our day, right? Even if it's twisting up and back, twisting up and back, twisting down, coming back up, twisting down, right? Twisting here, right? You can also twist this direction or twist this direction. Those are very gentle ways to just kind of add some oxygen essentially to our discs, right? And then doing it in multiple planes. Another one of my favorites is to actually have hands here, and I'm not pushing on my head, right? But this one's going to get you all the attention in the office. This jokingly is called the water sprinkler, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my diaphragm here to slowly increase my range of motion through my breath. And what you're going to really start to realize is you're going to have one side that's more restricted than the other. Those are just some gentle ways to get some movement, gentle ways to get some stretches, and to get some oxygen throughout your discs and throughout your diaphragm for your workday.